All right, what we're going to show in this video is a way to do a reverse Facebook targeting or a content marketing approach with your e-commerce business. So I'm not going to really give too much away in the beginning of this video here. I'm just going to kind of run you through the process and hopefully really show you how it's done and demonstrate why this is really a much better way to go about running Facebook ads, especially when you're first getting started and essentially you're dealing with targeted but really cold traffic. So once again, we're going to run through this step by step. Now, there's other videos on my channel that show you how to get your Shopify store set up, and I'll even get some videos uploaded that will show you the process of setting up this brand new store. This is a brand new store that I just set up, and this is just for demonstration purposes. I like to keep testing things in the e-commerce space and the Shopify dropshipping space just to make sure I stay on top of what's working right now. If you like this video at any point, feel free to subscribe to the channel. I'd love to have you here. Not only do I talk a lot about Shopify e-commerce, but also, not just the drop shipping model. I talk a lot about internet marketing. I've been an online internet marketer for 6 years. I do it full time, and I just really want to kind of help you out and give you the understanding of really what it takes to be successful in business online, whether you decide to go with e-commerce or something else. I'm also adding a lot of YouTube stuff right now, and just content marketing, building your brand stuff in general. But anyways, enough about that. Let's get right into it here. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a blog post on our Shopify store, and I'll show you how to do that in just a second. It's going to be a very simple blog post. This one's going to be titled 6 Ridiculously Helpful Storage Ideas. And if we just quickly jump over to BuzzSumo here, you'll see how I got the idea for this post. BuzzSumo will show you what's being shared most around Facebook, Pinterest, so on and so forth, just by typing in a topic. And you can see that the ridiculously helpful, ridiculously clever, amazingly clever, all these things kind of follow the same patterns as to what works well on Facebook, what gets shares and likes and interactions. So I just modeled after that and went with 6 ridiculously helpful storage ideas. The idea with this demo store, Form and Flat, it's going to be for the home and for the body, like accessories and stuff like that. Anyways, so we get the idea, 6 ridiculously helpful storage ideas. We kind of know ahead of time that this probably will do well on Facebook. So I just create this very simple post. I put this first image right here. This is actually going to be the image that it goes in the Facebook ad, and we're going to set up the Facebook ad as well, so you'll see the whole process here. And this is just an image that I got off of Pixabay, which is pixabay.com. From here, I do a little introduction. I asked a question just to kind of get people thinking and engaged. We found 6 great storage ideas to help you get your shit together. Okay, just trying to be a little funny. Because we don't want to be all salesy here. We just want to bring people into this article. So once again, I put the title here again, just to kind of reaffirm that, you need these things in your life to help you live a better life. And then I just have products that I loaded from AliExpress. And once again, if you're not sure how to load products from AliExpress using Oberlo into your Shopify store, I have other videos on the channel that can help you out with that. And once again, at some point in the near future, I'm going to get this whole store set up, uploaded onto YouTube, hopefully. So make sure you subscribe if you want to see that. So anyways, I put the image here, and then I just do a little couple sentences or two, and then obviously I give them a option to either buy now or learn more. Either way, no matter which one they click, it's going to take them directly to the product page where they can then add it to cart and hopefully purchase it. The other thing I've been playing around a little bit with is I always want to make your images clickable. I guess I didn't set that one up. Maybe this one, yeah. Make sure your images are clickable, but I like to have my images open up in a new window because sometimes people might look at it, click on an image to get a closer look, so to say, to zoom in. But we actually want it to go over to the product page, but we don't want them to be gone from this post. We want them to continue to read that. So I do images open in a new window and links like this where it's a call to action open in the same window because that's obviously intent to go buy at that point. So I don't want too much going on. Just a little minor detail, but I think that's the way to go about it. So anyways, I go through and do the same thing. Just use images for the products, put a couple 2 or 3 sentences, and then give them the option to buy more. And I kind of span everything here. I go low cost to get people interested who might not just need simple solutions. I go higher cost, and I think I'm selling this for $139. in case someone really wants to go. This will really help the margins on the ads if someone does purchase one of these. And the idea here is really, this is just meant to break even. What I'm doing is, you're going to see in Facebook, is I call this a reverse targeting. Really what I'm using this for is I'm using this blog post to build a targeted audience. Basically a bunch of people who said, hey, I'm interested in this type of stuff, and then I can reserve them actual product ads that say buy now. See, really clicking on this or interacting with this post, which once again, we're going to set up the whole thing here, is going to be a strong intent to buy. From that point, I'll just retarget them with ads until they buy. I mean, it's really that simple. We're targeting people who are saying, hey, I'm interested in stuff just like this. Really quickly, if you're not sure how to set up your blog on your Shopify store, what we want to do is, let's see here. Got to get to the store login here. Oh, there it is. I'm logged in right there. So if you go into your back office of your Shopify, you click on Online Store and click on Blog Post. You're just going to add a blog post. I'll just click on this one and show you what's going on with that already. When you open this the first time and you're going to start a new blog post, the default's going to be hidden. When you're finished, make sure you click it to visible, otherwise it won't be visible. You add your title here. You just type here like you would normally type, nothing crazy. If you want to put a link somewhere, you simply highlight that, click on this little button there, and put the link in where you want it to go. If you want it to open in the same window, you leave the default. If you want it to open in a new window, you click that, and then just click insert link. Very simple. If you want to do that with the picture, same thing, just click on the image and insert links. Let's go over to there right now, and while we're thinking about it, go and just copy that link right there, go back, insert there. Once it gets an image, so I want it to open in a new window, and insert link. There we go. We'll go ahead and save that to update that. Now you can find images, straight from AliExpress or your products or whatever you have. But the other thing you can do is, if you have them loaded into your store and you want to add an image here, I'll go down to the bottom and show you really quickly. Let's say I wanted to add an image of a product. You can just go up and click on the image right here, and you can upload an image, or you can just click on product images, and then all the products in your store will already be populated. So if I want this one in there, I can adjust the size if I want, but then I just highlight it and click insert image, and that'll automatically put it right in the post there. So real easy there. So yeah, that's all I'm going to do to get the blog post set up. Nothing really crazy here. Yeah, you can change the featured image up here, and what I would do is I would make this featured image the image that you're going to use for your Facebook ad, because you want continuity and congruency. Otherwise, if you show people one image and then you bring them to a page with another image, sometimes they get sketched out and they just leave. So you want that congruency there. So once again, we're going to save this, we're going to view this, and then I also put that same image that I'm going to use for the ad, the first thing they see when they hit this page. So there you can see everything is looking consistent there. So that's really important. Okay, so now that we got this all set up, we're going to go over to Facebook and start running the ad here. Now the first thing I'm going to do before I actually create the ad is I'm just going to create the post. You can see this brand new Facebook page that I have here for the brand, for the Shopify store. What we're going to do is we're just going to create a post, and what we're going to do is we're just going to take the link from this blog post, and we're just going to paste it right there. Hopefully it'll populate the image that we want. If not, you can always change the image. Upload that same image that we were using on the store. So that's like that. And then might just say something along the lines of, we can even just reuse the title here. We found 6 ridiculously helpful storage ideas to help you get your boom together. Cool. So that's how that's going to appear. It's going to look just like a blog post. I mean, that's it. That's all we want. We don't want this to look like an ad. We just want it to look like a blog post. Hopefully it's going to get shared around Facebook. And that's the idea here. Once again, we're talking about reverse targeting. What we want is as much engagement on this as possible, because these are going to be people who, once again, are saying, hey, I am interested in this type of thing. Then we can reserve them ads. Not only retargeting ads with the products that they looked at, but we can also load other storage ideas onto our Shopify store and serve them ads there. We know they're interested in storage ideas. We can keep sending them different products and different ads until they buy something. So that's really what this is all about. So now that we have this post up and ready to go, we're going to go back to our ads manager. And obviously we're going to create a new campaign. We're going to do an engagement ad. And we'll just leave this as post engagement. We'll call this engagement 6, what, storage. That's what we'll call this. Continue. We're going to look at everyone in the United States. Let's say women. And not that men can't be interested in storage. I just think we're going to increase our odds. Let's look at 22 to, I don't know, let's do 45, whatever. Detail targeting, well, maybe we like people who are interested in the Container Store. And we'll take suggestions there. Organizations, sure. That's 10 million people. Once again, this is a reverse targeting, so we're going to start with a larger audience. I'm not trying to get specific. I'm not trying to do micro targeting or flex targeting or whatever the heck you want to call it. I'm doing reverse targeting, so I'll start with an audience of 10 million people. No problem. I can even start maybe a little bit bigger, because what's happening is we are going to reserve ads to people who engage with this particular post. That's how we're going to get our targeted audience to start serving ads. This is just about generating interest. I'll just leave it on automatic placements. I'll do a budget. Let's just do $15. And you can start with whatever you want. Once again, we're going to leave this as post engagement. I'm not going to get too crazy here. Just go ahead and continue on. All right. Now that we have this, obviously we want to select the correct page. We're going to use an existing post on the form in flat page. And we're going to go ahead and select a post, one we just created right there. So this is what the ad is going to look like. No button, nothing. Just looks like a blog post. You can take a look at how it's going to look at Instant Articles. Cool. I'm going to take a look at how it looks on the desktop. Cool. Oh, I don't think they like the profanity there. All right, we'll go ahead and change that. Let's go back and edit this. Edit post. Stuff together. Get your life together. Okay, let's save that. Alright, so we go up here, go back to the ads manager. We go actually select the post that we were going to use. Go ahead and preview this if you'd like, see what it looks like on mobile. See, that's going to be awesome. It's just going to look like a blog post. There's not going to be a call to action. There's not going to be a learn more, shop now. It's just a blog post. That's it. And everything looks good. So we'll go ahead and just confirm that. And we're going to let that run. All right, so now what we're going to do is now we're going to create the custom audience, which is just under audiences. Let's go ahead and show you here. You just go under audiences and then go ahead and create custom audience. And what we're going to do is we're going to create a custom audience based on engagement. And we want people who engaged with a Facebook page. And what we want to do is obviously we want to select the appropriate page. And you got a lot of different options here. So what you want to do is you want to select people who have engaged with any post or ad. And we want to drop this down. We want to basically run this for 7 days. So basically what we want is we want an audience of people who recently were introduced to our brand. They liked a page, they clicked on it, on the post, whatever, you know, anything that, just some sort of engagement. They shared it with their friends, they commented on it, but only recently, because what we want to do is we don't want to serve ads to people forever. We want to hit them hard for 7 days after they first become familiar with our brand through that blog post, and then that's pretty much it. Then we'll move on. This is how it's going to be more cost efficient. So we'll just say engaged with form 7 days is going to be our audience, okay? And we're just going to click create that audience, and that audience is going to populate. And this is the audience that we're going to use in order to serve our actual product ads, which everyone's familiar with. Everyone's familiar with putting a product up on Facebook and then saying, you know, buy now, you know, and stuff like that. Everybody knows that, or creating a product video. So this is how we're going to do the reverse targeting. So once again, then you're just going to create an ad. After you let that blog post run for a day, you're just going to jump right in and get this started. You can actually get this started right up front because we'll start serving it when it's ready. And then you're just going to create a secondary campaign. And this time you can do a conversion ad. And you can do whatever you want. There's plenty of information about this on other YouTube videos. But you can do a conversion, like add to cart, conversion, and continue. And then just go up and set up this entire ad. Once again, there's plenty of other videos on YouTube that talk about how to set up your Facebook ads. I don't want to get too far into it because that's not really the point. This is more about the targeting, creating the audience in a reverse format. And then, just click your conversion that you want, which is going to be your add to cart for your Shopify. Oops. And then, but really the point I want to get here is you're going to go down here into custom audiences is who you're going to target. And then you're going to target the engaged with form in the last 7 days. Okay. That's going to be your targeting. That's how you're going to set up your targeting for the product ad that you're going to serve next. So this is really all about reverse targeting and a content marketing approach. Once again, hopefully we're breaking even on the front end with that blog post. And then most importantly though, we're going to get a lot more people to engage with that than would, just a straight advertisement, but we're getting a highly targeted audience of people who've said, hey, they're interested in this type of product. Then we can just serve them ads until they buy something from us. So that's really what this is all about. This is a kind of a technique and a strategy that I've known of for a while. The reverse targeting title, I guess, or to call it reverse targeting, is what I learned from my Facebook ads mentor. Probably one of the best in the business, and not necessarily at running Facebook ads. He's amazing. He's done like 10 million on Facebook ads, but really what he's great at teaching. He goes into extreme detail when he teaches Facebook ads. So if you want to get hold of one of his most recent presentations, it's about, I don't remember if it was like an hour or an hour and a half webinar that I watched where he breaks down 4 awesome strategies, like actionable tips that you can put into your Facebook advertising plan, whether you're doing e-commerce or whatever you're doing. If you want to see that, I'll go ahead and post a link to that webinar in the description below this video. I highly recommend it. Anything he teaches is spot on. This guy knows how to teach Facebook ads. So if you want to get a hold of that, including, I think in that one, he did talk about the reversed targeting method, as well as some other cool stuff, some post-purchase follow-up strategies, just really, really cool stuff. But anyways, if you want to see that webinar, go ahead and check the link in the description below for that. Thanks for watching this video. Once again, we're going to get the whole Form and Flat store set up, uploaded to YouTube over the next week or so. So make sure you subscribe to the channel if you kind of want to see that process from beginning to end. You might be able to pick up some tips and tricks. And if you have any questions or you just want to chat, make sure you leave those in the comment section below this video. We'll see you soon. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and want to see you as part of the MadCam revolution here. All right, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.